Hello, my name is Terry Much. I'm a retired English teacher and baseball coach from Absegami High School, and I'm honored and thrilled to be here on behalf of head coach Michael DeChico, his coaching staff, and all the parents, relatives, and friends of the Absegami Baseball Booster Club to honor this year's graduating varsity senior baseball players who unfortunately have had their season taken away from them through no fault of their own due to this terrible pandemic. We understand that this is a challenge to your intelligence and your strength of character, but we have faith in all of you and we believe you have the resolve to survive this experience. You also have a wealth of memories in your time with the baseball team, especially reflecting upon the outstanding season that you had last year. Go back when you need to find some comfort and solace in that. I know I enjoyed watching your performances many times, and hopefully will continue to do so at some point in time, no matter where you are. Remember, you will play again, some way, somewhere, should you choose to do so. I would also like to extend my sincere congratulations to the parents and the teachers, as well as the coaching staff, and their contribution to your growth and developmental process. These are very important, special people that have helped you get to this point in your lives. Please don't hesitate to show them that you appreciate them and what they have done for you. With that having been said, I'd like to turn this program over, this virtual program of recognition and appreciation for you, to some other people who have some thoughts and reflections that they would like to share with you. May the God I believe in bless all of you and keep you healthy and safe.
Members of the baseball team, you didn't get to have the season you wanted. It's been a great disappointment, not just for you guys, but for coaches and for the school as well. But baseball has survived obstacles greater than this before, and so will you guys. We wish you the best in your endeavors in the future. You'll always be part of the Absegami Braves baseball program.
Hello, everyone. First and foremost, I hope that everybody's doing well and everybody remains safe. Families are all healthy. And thank you to Coach Chico for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this virtual banquet today. I know how difficult of a year this has been, but I know the impact of not being able to play this spring has had on you guys as our student athletes, especially our seniors. I don't think anybody could have predicted this happening, especially the time that it did and the impact that it's had on all of us since March. I hope you guys have started to get outside a little bit, work on your game as best you can in small groups when appropriate, and I hope that none of you have played in your last baseball game. Things seem to be getting better, trending in the right direction. I'm hearing of some summer teams starting to get ready to start up in the coming months or so. So I hope everybody, again, especially you seniors, join a team and play this game that we all love. I wish our seniors the best of luck as they move from high school baseball, some of you to the collegiate level, but I hope that none of you guys forget about the relationships that you've built and the good times that you shared together as teammates on and off of our fields here at Absegami, as well as in the community of Galloway. I sent you all a message on opening day that I would love to get a group of faculty members together to play a game if it came to that, and that offer still stands, and I'll work those details out with Coach Chico when he and I are able to have a conversation about it in the future. Hopefully we could do something like that this summer, maybe a little barbecue as well. Again, thank you to you guys. Thank you to our parents and guardians and Coach DeChico and our coaching staff for all the support that you've given to our student athletes. Congratulations again and best of luck in the future to our seniors, Tommy, Brendan, Phil, Jesse, Will, Billy, Jason, and Nick. I'm certain you guys are going to be very successful and best of luck in the future. The lessons you've learned, I'm sure, from the playing field and from playing this game will help you navigate whatever path you guys choose for yourself. So be well. Best of luck. Again, thank you for allowing me to be a small part of this banquet today. I hope you guys enjoy the ceremony. Thank you again to Coach DeChico. Thank you to all of our student athletes and our parents and guardians. So enjoy the night. Again, be well, be safe, be brave. Thank you.
All, Mr. Mont here. And please know that I am 100% honored to be sharing this message with you through this video. To all of you, my heart aches. Parents, coaches, players, for losing our favorite season. I am so sorry. To the seniors, I say keep the faith. This game has taught you well. I want to mention you all very quickly, although I wish I knew you all much better. I just want to honor those seniors. So Tommy Lyon, I could not wait to see you in the brown and gold. I'm so sad that we didn't get to see that. I know you killed it when you were at ACIT, and I was really looking forward to that. Brendan Hirschman, I know for a fact that Coach was counting on you this year. Phil, I know you were ready to bust out as well, my friend. Will, Jesse, and Billy, you guys were big many times last season. I know you were going to shake up the Cal for sure this year, for sure. J-Rap, my main man, best hands in South Jersey. I'm sorry, brother. And my man Nick, in my phone, affectionately as Beast Mode Ardente. My preseason pick for Press Area Player of the Year. I'm sorry, brother. Again, heartbroken for all you guys had to deal that all you guys had to deal with this, and I'm sorry for that. So a quick little baseball related message I want to share with you. Does anyone know the significance of 17 inches in baseball? Little League, Babe Ruth, high school, junior college, four-year college, minor leagues, major leagues, at all levels, it is 17 inches. Every other sport makes it easier for you when you are younger, less experienced. Baseball does not. Home plate has always been 17 inches wide and always will be. No excuses. Many of you at this point have mastered the 17 inches through practice, repetition, dedication, and discipline. The beautiful baseball experience of the 17 inches, the glorious wins, the unforgettable losses, one pitch, one hit, one play making a difference. At this point, you know what is a ball. You know what is a strike. Just like you know what is wrong and you know what is right. In this game, you are forced to hold yourself to the highest standards, to the 17 inches. No one ever made that easier for you. It was always you out there in the field, on the mound, at the plate. You made the catch or not. You made the pitch or not. You got the hit or not. Again, no one ever made the 17 inches easier for you. You were never able to take the easy way. It was always 17 inches. So, whatever you choose to do in life, my friends, don't take the easy way now. Do the work. Make the extra effort. Keep yourself at that standard we all know and love, the 17 inches. God bless Absegami Baseball. God bless you all, and good luck to all you in all of your future endeavors. All right, take care, everyone.
Hello, Absegami Baseball family. This is ex-coach Wastel. Wishing you guys a very happy banquet and a very good end to your school year. I want to thank Coach DeChico and the other coaches for allowing me to take a second and to talk to you guys. I just want to reach out to all of you guys, Jesse, Phil, Tommy, new guy to the program, Jason, Brendan, Will, Nick, and Billy. I've had a lot of good memories of you guys over the last 4 years. I was really looking forward to seeing you guys really explode on the scene this year. But different plans come up. So I wish you guys all the best of luck. If you guys need anything, just reach out and let me know. I hope you guys get some more baseball in over the summer, or if you choose to do it next year as you go forward. And all the best. Hope to see you guys up at graduation. And you guys have always represented Absegami baseball to the highest standards that we have. And I appreciate that as a teacher and as a coach. You guys are wonderful young men, and I look forward to hearing about all the great things that you're going to do in the future. Best of luck. Go Gammy.
Hey everybody, this is Mickey Morandini with the Philadelphia Phillies, or if you remember, as Harry the K used to say it, Mickey Morandini. I'm sure he really didn't say it like that, but hope this message finds everyone safe and healthy, and all your loved ones and friends and family are all doing okay and safe as well. Now I understand you're doing a virtual banquet. I think that's an awesome idea. So I'm going to say a few words to all the players and coaches and Like I said, I hope everybody's doing okay and everybody's spirits are up. Obviously, this message goes out to all the kids at the Absegami High School. I hope I said that right. First off, to you seniors, I'd like to say I know what you're going through, but I know how disappointing it was not to have a season this year. So, but I really don't know what it feels like not to have a season. So I feel bad for you guys. I know it sucks personally not to be able to play your season, senior season. But things happen for a reason, guys, and this is just a way of you guys starting another career right now. Most of you, I'm assuming, are going to college and furthering your education. So I wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors. Maybe some of you get to play baseball in college, which is awesome. But I wish you guys nothing but the best of luck, and hope you are all ready for that next step in your lives. This goes out to all your seniors. Now I'm going to use a little cheat sheet here. So Tommy, Brendan, Phil, Jesse, Will, Billy, Jason, and Nick. Look to the future. Don't look in the past. Look ahead and move forward. And hit those books as best you can, and things are going to work out just great for all you guys. So best of luck to all of you in the near future. For you underclassmen, you get a second chance. Obviously, no baseball this year, but hopefully there'll be games next year. So I always try to say to a lot of people that I've been talking to via video and Zoom and things like that is turn this negative into a positive. So for you underclassmen, this is a great time to work on your game. Obviously no games, but it's a great time to improve all your skills. So great time to improve your strength, your agility, your speed. And for you guys that need work on your particular baseball skills, pitchers working on your mechanics, infielders working on your mechanics, ground balls, your arm strength, outfielders working on your footwork. There's all kind of drills you can be doing. Now that the weather's starting to break a little bit and getting nice outside, get a buddy, play some long toss, strengthen your arms, get off a tee, whatever you can do to get a ball or a bat in your hand right now. And dedicate 30, 45 minutes, an hour a day to baseball. It's going to pay off in the end. So turn the negative of not playing into a positive of working at your game and getting better. So while most of these kids are on their computers and video games and phones and things like that, you guys will be outside getting better, and in the long run your team will be better for it. So I wish all of you the best of luck as well. And for all you coaches, I know this is a bummer for you guys too, because you love to see your players get better and love teaching the game. So continue to push your players through this time and make sure they're working on their game and working, like I said, working in the weight room and the mechanics of their fundamentals of the game. So I wish everybody the best of luck. Everybody, please stay safe, and maybe somewhere down the road I'll get to meet all of you at a game at CBP. I'm the Phillies team ambassador, so if you guys are ever at a game once they start letting fans back in and we cross paths, I'd love to meet you and we can talk a little baseball. So everybody, please stay safe, enjoy your banquet, and take care, and hopefully I'll get to meet some of you guys down the road. All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Hi, parents, players, coaches, and whoever's really watching this. Coach Morganwick here. This is my first year at GAMI, so I really didn't have a chance at all to meet any of the parents. We had a few weeks of practice with the boys. I enjoyed that. I love baseball, played my whole life, still play. I love the daily grind. I love putting in the work. I love the small things, practicing every possible situation. And, our season was cut short this year, and that's just the way it was. And, all we can really do is try and put it behind us and look forward to the future. So with that being said, my heart does go out to all of our players that missed the season, but especially to our seniors. who didn't have the chance to finish out, their senior year of their baseball career. So, seniors, Donlin, Will, Hoff, Rapisardi, Nikki, Phil, Hirschman, and Tommy Lyon. I wish you guys the best. If you continue to play, I know you'll do great. And whatever you guys choose to do, I know you'll be successful. I look forward to the time where we can get back out on the baseball diamond and get back to that grind that I previously mentioned. Again, seniors, I wish you the best, and I'll see everyone soon. Thanks, and if I don't see you, have a great summer. See you guys.
Good afternoon, Absegami. Hey guys, Coach Amon here. Welcome to the virtual baseball banquet. I just want to say thanks to Coach Chico for putting this all together. I think it's an awesome idea. What can I say? The season that never was, 2020. So much anticipation and excitement, going into the 2020 season, only to be taken away. And a worldwide pandemic stopped the season, all right? It's kind of hard to go against that, If anything was going to stop the season, I guess we can tip our hat to a worldwide pandemic. So we're going to just have to suck it up, and we're going to move on to next year. I guess the biggest thing I can say, is looking forward to 2021 already, and just so much excitement right now, just waiting for the Braves to come back and be better than ever. And that's the biggest thing. When we come back, we're going to be bigger and better than ever. That's all I'm thinking about is next year already. So without any further ado, I'd just like to recognize the underclassmen of the program: Nicholas Andrews, Michael de Blasio, Frank Gargione, David Kennelly, Ethan Morrison, Viraj Sheth, Matt Stanwood, Manny Torres, Adrian Wiggins, Daniel Perez, Ian Mercado, Louis DeCesario, Tyler Falk, and Chris Sheth. That's your 9th and 10th grade baseball players. And guys, I just look so forward to 2021, right? When Gami comes back, better than ever. Coach Buck wants to say a few words to the team.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to congratulate the seniors on graduating and going to the next chapter of their lives. The one thing I remember I told everybody after our first practice this year was that you have to take care of each other throughout the season. Unfortunately, it was a season that never started, but I think it still remains the same and true that when you take care of each other, you can do great things. And as Absegami Braves, that's what we do.
How's it going, everyone? This is Coach DeChico. I wish I was with all of you guys and could see everybody. Obviously, this is a crazy time, not only just for us, but for the whole country, world. Scary time. So if any of your family members or someone that has been affected by this pandemic, I just hope that my heart goes out to you and your family. Again, this is a scary time, but just in terms of you guys and this for our team and our program, I really wanted to put this together. I thought that a banquet is kind of the cap of your season. I remember all of mine when I think back to when I was a kid, whether it was playing football or Little League, whether it was a little pizza party or something a little bit more dressed up and nice. It's always a really nice event. So I actually was having a conversation with someone, and their program head was doing it down in Florida, this virtual banquet, and I thought it would be a good idea. So I'm happy that it came to fruition. And first of all, I cannot thank the speakers enough. first Coach Much, had to make sure that, we had Coach started off as he always does. This is my 5th year in the Absegami baseball program, and each year at the banquet, Coach Much always gives the introduction, and I can't thank him enough for being a part of this. Mr. Fortis, our athletic director, Mr. Kern, our school principal, Coach Mott, I really appreciate it. Obviously, Coach Wastel not only has been a great mentor to, all of these boys, but also to myself as well. There's no way I would be in the position that I am today without him. So, thank you, Coach. And then, when I reached out to the Phillies, actually Coach Amon had, recommended that maybe I just reach out. And, I reached out to the PR department, and, to have Mickey Morandini, former big leaguer, former big league coach, team ambassador of the Phillies, speak to you guys. It's absolutely incredible. And I can't thank not only Mickey himself, but also the Phillies organization, just to know that, our hometown team is thinking of us and thinking of specifically our seniors, is absolutely incredible. And I truly, from the bottom of my heart, just want to, let them know I can't thank you enough for what you did for us. And then, Coach Bucky Amon, with his words, Coach Morgan Wick with his words and beard. And speaking of beards, Coach Amon, for sending in their videos. It truly made this special, and I can't thank all of the speakers enough. 2020 as a whole, difficult. There's no other really way to put it. So much goes into a season. Not only, I think people just think, okay, we show up March 1st and have tryouts. It's a year-long process. Realistically, from the end of last season, maybe we, for a week or two, kind of decompressed a little bit, and then it was, starting to prepare for this season, looking at the names, who was coming into the program, what the freshmen were like, who was going to step up. These are things that the coaching staff, go through all season, and or all off season, sorry. And, I'm just thinking back to the different preseason meetings that we had, and, not only as a coaching staff, but also, the boys as well. And, at the end of the day, for this to happen a week into our season it's heartbreaking. There's really no other way to put it. Not only are the boys extremely competitive, we are as well as a staff. And, this has been an odd time. It truly has been an extremely difficult time, an odd time, a surreal time. But at the end of the day, we're competitors. And, to not have this opportunity has been, it's just surreal. It's truly that. When you think about a season, whether you go undefeated, whether you lose every game, or anything in between, you're always going to make memories. I've been on bad teams, I've been on great teams, and no matter what season it was, what year it was, you always have memories that last forever. And a lot of times it doesn't have to do with a game. A lot of times it has to do with a bus ride. It has to do with maybe a tournament that you were in, a practice, just anything, are some of the things that, we remember as athletes. And, I think if there's one thing that I truly feel bad about, for our boys, is just that, it's that they're not going to have the memories that we all did, and whatever sport it was. Just for this season to be taken away is truly a sad thing. And I just think back to 10 years ago when I graduated high school and my senior baseball season, and we didn't have a great season, to be honest, but there's still so many memories that I, think back to fondly. And for them not to be there, it's for the boys not to have the opportunity to have them is, it's truly disheartening. With that being said, though, moving forward, I'm very excited about the state of our program. Just from 1 week, right? Just from 1 week of practice, I think a lot of times you get a gauge for your group, and I'll talk to the seniors specifically later, but what I was really excited about were the underclassmen, the freshmen, the sophomores, even some of the juniors. You can just tell that our program is really on the up and up, and I can't be more excited, and our coaching staff can't be more excited for the group that we have, and also knowing some of the 8th graders that are coming in. It's truly an exciting time. For me, just in my 2nd season as head coach, here at Absegami. With that being said, I'd like to start with our juniors, and I'll, say a few words about each of them here. Again, I wish we were in person doing this, but, I hope this is something that the boys and their families will remember, moving forward. First, I want to talk about David Aquino. David had shot me an email in the off season, and just in my time as a basketball coach, and now as a baseball coach as well, sometimes you hear students will talk to you in the off season and say, hey, I'm interested, I'm a junior, I'm a senior, and I'm looking to come out. And to be honest, a lot of times, it doesn't happen, whether it's registration, whatever the case may be. I'm really, truly impressed and proud of David for coming out. And, I think one thing that typically you look for is not only where they're at day one, but also where they're at, each week. And, I was really proud of David for being one of the guys, because that's not easy. Baseball's a really tough game, especially, not playing for a few years. And I was really happy and proud that David was a part of the group. And, I remember handing out hats, the day that we actually shut down. And I was really proud of David to give him that hat because he earned it. Our second junior that I'd like to recognize is Andrew Baldino. Again, extremely disheartened personally, just in terms of Drew transferring into the program. I had a chance to really get to know him during the basketball season, and not only is he a fantastic shooter, he also is just a really focused young man, especially on the court. And I was really looking forward to him on the baseball field. Whatever his role would have been for us, whether it was middle infield, pitching, if we needed to move him to the outfield, I feel like Drew is the type of kid that would have said yes, and he would have did a great job in that. And that's, I think what really, hurts the most. I'm glad he's a junior and we'll have him next year. But Drew's a great young man, and I'm really looking forward to him being part of the program, next year as well. Our third junior I'd like to recognize, Anthony Tito Capolina. Tito is a great young man, and I'm so proud of his progression. In a way, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Shane Nanick, who had graduated last year. I remember Tito as a freshman. He was, smaller, not real strong. And that's not a knock on him. It's just, being a freshman, and Shane was the same way. And I really loved seeing Tito really put in the work in the off season. And you could tell, not only from a skill perspective, how much better he's gotten just from his sophomore to junior year, but also from a confidence standpoint. And that sometimes is the biggest thing. And I was really looking forward to seeing him, compete for a job at the varsity level as a varsity starter. And, he was doing a great job, and that's, Anthony Capolina. The next junior I'd like to recognize, again, honestly, a lot of similarities to Mr. Nanick, who graduated last year. That's Jake Harned. You talk about changing your body, and with that, comes confidence. And Jake is a strong kid. He's fast as anything. He by far was our fastest runner during our testing, during tryouts, and you can just see the way the ball was coming off his bat was much different. And every day at the end of practice, our coaches would be like, man, who's really stuck out so far is Jake Harned. So again, it's tough that this had to end the way that it did, but I'm positive that Jake's going to come back even stronger, even faster, and an even better player next year as a senior. So that's Jake Harned. And then our last junior that I'd like to recognize, here's a kid who had some injuries last year. Heard great things about him in the summer. He played with our assistant coach last year, Coach Shikali, and you can just tell the work that he had put in in the off season, and his swing looked great, and he looked like he was going to really compete for an outfield job for us. He's a big, strong kid. He can run, and he can really swing it, and that was something we were really looking forward to was his bat. But you know what, we're excited about him for next year, and he'll have a chance to be a senior and really take the league by storm next year, and that's Anthony Cronk. And last but of course not least, I'm going to talk about our seniors. First of all, I think if there's any group of kids across the world, across the country, that I think most people, especially adults, are feeling for during this time, it's your seniors. Whether it's high school, whether it's college, whether it's graduating 8th graders, you work so hard and you pay your dues, if you will, really to be a senior in high school specifically. And again, I spoke of it earlier, but some of my favorite memories were not just playing baseball my senior year, but just being a senior in general. Whether it was prom, whether it was graduation, whether it was graduation parties in the summer, and then going off either to college or work or just the next stage of your life. And that these last few months that our seniors have missed, you can't replicate it. I mean, you can try in any respect that you can, and we can even have something like this right now, but it's just it doesn't replicate what was lost. And I hope that the only thing you can do in life is just continue working and continue to roll with the punches and control what you can control. And I know that's a lot of cliches in one sentence, but I truly live by that. And for our 8 seniors, I hope that you can use this as a way to better your life. I hope that you guys have done some thinking over this time, and you haven't just been goofing off and playing PlayStation. But no, seriously, I truly hope that you guys have really thought about what is it that you want out of life. What matters to you as a person. These are all things that, I hope that you've thought about and will ultimately benefit you in the long run. There's nothing worse than just kind of flowing through life without truly thinking about yourself and your values. And I hope that you guys took this time to do that. Again, it'll never replicate what you've missed, but at the same time, I think with every negative comes a positive if you actively seek it out. And I'm sure that the 8 of you guys will be better off for this. As much as it stinks to say, I truly think that you guys will be better off for this crazy time in our world. Also to the senior parents and families, I still remember my family being at our graduation, and luckily that we'll be able to do something for you guys. I think July 8th, in person, which is great. But, I remember all this. I remember, pitching a game my senior year, and my, oldest nephew now was, a few months old. And I still remember that picture, me holding the game ball with, my nephew. And, again, it's really difficult. And I know how much this year has meant, or, was to mean to all of you. But, again, not that there's any way to replicate it. I hope that, that your boys will be better off for this. They will be better people because of this. And that's, a testament to not only them as individuals, but also to, you guys as their family and as their backbone. So, I just want to personally say, that I'm thinking of you personally, and this is a tough time, but they will be better off for this. Now I'd like to recognize each senior specifically and say a few words about them. We had 8 this year. I just remember even sending in our preseason information to the different media outlets, and they ask you how many seniors do you have, and I said 8. And anytime you have a senior heavy group, you're bound to have a good season. I think that just goes without saying. And for our 8 boys, I can't begin to say how excited I was for them. I told them, the last day of practice, I brought in the seniors early, and they all came, although they probably wanted to kill me. I think it was a Saturday morning, but we really talked about what they wanted out of this year. And I was really excited about that conversation specifically. And I hope they remember that that talk, because for me, the seniors are your team. The seniors are your, as much as we coach and we try to control our group and put our group in the best position to win. At the end of the day, your seniors are your leaders. And I was really excited about where they were going as a group. But like I said, I'd like to recognize each of them specifically. The first senior I'd like to recognize is Tommy Lyon. I remember Tommy at ACIT. We competed against him. He threw a great game his sophomore year. He was a name you always heard. I didn't at the time know that he was a Galloway kid. And then, over the summer, I kind of heard rumblings that he was going to, transfer in. And, for me to get a potential frontline starter, Coach Morgan Wick coming over from ACIT as well, only said, the absolute best about Tommy. And to be honest, I mean, Coach Morgan Wick, really got me excited about Tommy. And, we got him a little later in the season, and you can just see his skill, from his bullpen, from taking ground balls to the ball coming off his bat in the cage. Tommy's a ball player for sure, and he would have been a fantastic fit in our group. And, like I said, at the end of the day, Tommy is going to be better off for this year. I think, as he moves on in his career, I think he knows he wants to play baseball and, study. So, looking forward to seeing great things out of this individual, and that's senior Tommy Lyon. Our second senior I'd like to recognize, Brendan is a fantastic kid. If there's one thing I can say about Brendan, he is a joy to be around. I mean, he truly is. He's a happy-go-lucky kid. He's focused, and the thing that I was extremely impressed by was the growth on the field that he had made, specifically from his junior to senior year. I think he saw that there was an opportunity at third base, and we've kind of had him play multiple different roles, whether it was catching, pitching, and I know he was going to be a great pitcher for us this season, but I was really excited about his growth at third base. And to play third base, a lot of times it's just mindset. You have to be, you have to want the ball, because if you don't want the ball at third base, there's a 0% chance that you're gonna be a good third baseman. And I loved Brendan's energy in our little bit of the season that we had, and I'm positive that he would have made a great impact on us as a ball club. I feel awful for him, but if there's one thing about Brendan, he already rolls with everything, and I'm positive that he's going to be very successful in whatever he chooses to do. He's a big kid. He's focused. I'm not sure if he's going to play ball moving forward, but whatever it is that Brendan decides to do, he's going to do a great job, and that's Brendan Hirschman. The next senior I would like to recognize is a senior outfielder for us. He can really fly on the base paths. He can really swing. He's got a great arm. And we were very much looking forward to, him being, a top of the lineup guy for us, and, kind of manning center field, left field, whichever it would have been, if it was on the mound. Philip Schroer is somebody that, has kind of battled through injuries. His junior season, he missed most of it with an arm injury, and you could tell he was healthy, and you could tell he was focused going into this season. We as a staff were really looking forward to, having him be a part of our group. But like with the other boys, I know that Phil will be successful moving forward. He's a great young man, and I feel horrible that this happened, especially for him in his senior season. But like I said, I know he's going to be successful in the future, and that's senior outfielder Philip Schroer. My next senior I'd like to recognize he's a 6'2" left-hander. Jesse had kind of, we were talking about taking the league by storm. He truly did last year. In 2 starts, he allowed 1 hit. He threw the 7th no-hitter in school history. He was recognized as Cape Atlantic Pitcher of the Week, and came down with an elbow injury, and, just never had time to heal up and come back. I've had numerous conversations with Jesse throughout the off season, and he did what he needed to do to be back, and that's a testament to him. And I'm positive that Jesse would have had a great season. I mean, I don't think there's really any doubting that. He showed it last year that he can do it. And he was going to do it again for the entire season. And I feel awful that Jesse doesn't have that opportunity, to kind of show what he has, and because he did it last year and he did it very successfully, and like I said, I'm positive he would have had a great season this year. Jesse's a great young man, and I'm positive he's going to be successful in his future endeavors. And just it's tough. I mean, it's hard to even sit here and talk about these boys, because you make the relationships with them over 4 years, and you just want them to have the best. And this year's been tough, but like I said, I know Jesse's going to be successful in the future. And that's senior pitcher Jesse Donlin. The next senior I'd like to recognize another one who has battled, I guess I'll say he's one of those kids who has been through too much at his age. And I know sports aren't everything in life, but Will Harnett has been through a lot. I know he's had shoulder injuries, he's had knee injuries, and you could tell that Will just wanted to just be free and play. And now a crazy worldwide pandemic kind of ended his senior season. But like I said before, I mean, as much as this is hard for everyone, But there's zero doubt in my mind that Will be a successful adult. Will is he's been through a lot, just with his body. And I think if there's one positive that has come out of it, it's strengthened his mind and his will to persevere. And those are all traits that, will benefit him in his life. Will's a great young man. He was really stepping up, just like he did last year before, he had surgery. And I feel truly awful that Will never had the opportunity to really showcase himself on the diamond, at the high school level. But, I look at this group and this, just teaching and coaching in general, so much more than just the year that you're in. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what Will does in the future. And I'm positive he's going to be successful just because of, who he is as a person, and that's a testament to him. And that's senior Will Harned. Our last three seniors I'd like to recognize, are all guys who have really, meant a lot to our program over the 4 years. And the first one I'd like to recognize Billy. I think on pretty much any other team last season in our league would have been an everyday starter, especially at the plate. I mean, Billy can really hit. And we had a group that last year that, had a lot of chemistry and a lot of success. And, it was just hard to get Billy the at-bats that, I think he would have gotten on pretty much any other team. But where Billy, saw his opportunity was on the mound. Specifically when Jesse went down, Billy came in, who was, originally for me going to be a reliever. And ended up throwing the second most innings on our team. And, I think about specifically the last week of the season where, he beat Ocean City, threw 4 innings, kept his pitch count down because he was going to start our quarterfinal game. And then in the quarterfinal game against the eventual South Jersey champs, Billy absolutely threw a gem. He put us in position to win. Even the one run that was, given up in his 5 innings on the mound, even that one was a little skeptical. I was a little frustrated about. But, you talk about buying in. Billy Hoff is somebody who has completely bought into being the best version of himself. And, that's all you can control, right? All you can control is who you are. And how great you want to be, and he's done that. And I feel awful that he's not going to have the opportunity to showcase his skills on the baseball field for his senior year. But to me, he's proven a ton. Just over the 3 seasons that I've had, and in this past off season and school year, Billy's going to be successful moving forward because he's a great kid, and he's a hard worker, and you can't take that away. So that's our senior pitcher, outfielder, infielder, utility guy, Billy Hoff. This guy is our heartbeat, if you will. Jason is a ball player. Jason Rapisardi is somebody who really, from the moment, he came into our program as a freshman, you recognize that he had skill. He had, I remember even his freshman year, he would go to shortstop with, I think Zach Freiling was a senior at the time. And, Zach was one of the best players in the league at the time. And, truthfully, at the very beginning, it was like Jason's, pretty close to him defensively. And that's not a knock on Zach. That's just a testament to Jason. And, we really saw that last year, especially defensively. He was a wizard at shortstop, and he really helped us be the best team that we can be. When you have a strong shortstop, on the defensive side of the ball, you're such a better team. And Jason was, unbelievable for us last year. And even at the plate, he battled. He truly, and that's, as a pitcher myself, when you have guys that just are tough at the plate, I mean, it just makes your life harder. And Jason did that continuously last year. I'm positive Jason would have had a fantastic senior season for us, not only in the field. He's grown a lot at the plate. He worked really hard in the off season, and he could have, he can pitch too. Again, speaking of, somebody like Billy, sometimes there's just not opportunities available at the time. And, again, Jason would have pitched for most teams in our league last season. And I'm positive he would have made a positive impact for us on the mound as well this year. And, Jason's a fantastic kid. And, for me, knowing who he is as a person, knowing what kind of competitor he is, what kind of, grinder that he is, Jason's going to do great things, and I truly believe that. And I'm going to miss him. He's a great kid. And that's senior Jason Rapisardi. And the last senior I'd like to recognize, he would have been a 4-year starter for us this year. He's one of the, my favorite players I've ever coached and been around. Honestly, he reminds me of myself a little bit. We've talked, immensely. My first year with the varsity, I was the pitching coach, and Nick came on as a freshman catcher, and we've really grown. From a relationship standpoint, I'm so proud of Nick just for him being him. Nick's a fantastic baseball player. I think everybody knows that. He was Cape Atlantic League All-Star catcher last season. To be a 4-year starter, says a lot about just him as a player. But to me, Nick is so much more than a baseball player. He's a fantastic leader. No one's harder on himself than Nick is, and I say that in the best way possible. And it's why Nick will do fantastic things in the future. And he's going to be a leader in whatever role he finds himself in. And, I'm really blessed to have had the opportunity to coach him. And, I'm going to miss him a ton. It's going to be very odd calling pitches next year. Not to Nick. He's all I've kind of known, being with Absegami, calling pitches. But he's a fantastic kid, and I'm super proud of him. And that's senior Nick Ardente. And, just to finish up, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for taking the time to listen to this virtual banquet. I'm really proud of the fact that we were able to put it together. Especially for our seniors who are graduating, just know, like I say, especially in the beginning of the year, when you're an Absegami Brave, you're a Brave for life. Come back, make sure you, visit, you say hi, you stay in touch. I'll do my best to stay in touch with you guys. This season, it's frustrating, just the fact that this is even happening right now, but just know that you'll always have a spot in our program, till forever. And then that's just how I view this program and how I view you guys in general. So thank you everybody for taking the time. Thank you to all the speakers. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night and a great summer. And for everybody coming back, I'll see you in September. And seniors, like I said, keep in touch. Thinking of you guys, and anything that you need from me, please reach out, let me know.